Welcome back to Casino Insider. We've got a new exposé, and this one sails way off the strip. Here's 14 secrets cruise ship casinos don't want you to know. And I ain't talking rumors or brochure talk. I spoke with the folks who ran those floating casinos, dealers, pit bosses, even a finance man from one of the big lines. Their NDAs just expired, and what they told me will make you think twice before hitting spin. Once that ship leaves port, the rules change, the odds shift, and a whole lot of what looks like luck ain't luck at all. So before you play, listen close. These are the 14 dirty little secrets cruise ship casinos don't want you to know. And stick around, I'll show you how to spot the scams before they spot you. First thing the ex-dealers told me, the odds are way worse than on land. See, when you're gambling in Vegas, you've got gaming commissions watching over every little thing. On a cruise ship, you're floating in international waters. That means fewer rules, fewer watchdogs, and way more room for the house to bend things in their favor. Take blackjack, for instance. In Vegas, you might get paid 3 to 2 on a natural. At sea, most ships give you 6 to 5. It doesn't sound like much, right? But that means a $10 win that'd pay 15 on land only pays 12 at sea. Over hours of play, that little difference adds up big. Slots are tighter, too. They're not regulated by any state board, so cruise lines can crank down the payout percentages as low as they please. It's still legal, just not in your favor. So if you walk in expecting Vegas odds, you're already sailing against the current. You ever see that big jackpot light flashing across the casino floor? Everyone stops and looks, thinking someone just won big. Well, maybe, or maybe not. According to one ex-slot tech, those jackpot celebration lights can be manually triggered by casino staff. They're used to create hype, to make people think, oh, this machine's hot. Sometimes the payout's real, but other times the machine didn't pay a dime. It's called atmosphere stimulation. Management uses it to pull crowds towards certain areas, especially near new machines or quieter tables. So next time those bells go off and the lights flash, just remember, the only guaranteed winner is the one who owns the ship. Almost every modern cruise ship casino is cashless now. You swipe your room card, load your credits, and play. Easy, right? But here's the trick. Every swipe goes through the ship's internal banking system, which adds tiny percentage fees for processing. Most players never notice. We're talking 1 to 2% each load. But over hundreds of transactions across thousands of passengers, that's a fat profit before you even lose a spin. And the real kicker? When you win, they'll pay you less if you choose to cash out digitally instead of in cash. Because guess what? The ship controls that exchange rate too. The house edge doesn't start at the tables anymore. It starts the moment you swipe that card. You know how every gambler swears by that one lucky machine they always win on? Well, guess what? The casino knows too. Cruise lines use slot tracking data to see which machines pay out more than average, and they physically move them. Every few weeks, techs shift those lucky machines to new corners, colder zones, or near high-traffic walkways. Why? Because the illusion of that machine being hot spreads like wildfire. Folks start hunting for it, chasing that same pattern, feeding money into dozens of similar machines trying to find it again. And by the time they realize it ain't hitting like before, the ship's already halfway to another port. It's not superstition, it's strategy. You've seen those flashy posters. Slot tournament tonight. Win big. Looks like a fun deal, right? Here's what the insiders said. Most of those tournaments are rigged from the setup. First off, the ship already knows who the top spenders are. The system tracks every dollar wagered. The casino invites or prioritizes those big whales for the final rounds, because they're statistically most likely to dump more cash chasing another shot at glory. Even the prizes are often recycled onboard credits, not real money. So you might win a $500 prize that can only be spent back in the casino. The house never loses, even in a tournament. When you first step into a ship's casino, it looks shiny and exciting. Lights, bells, reels spinning. But look around and count how many tables you see. Probably not many. Maybe a blackjack table or two, one roulette wheel, maybe a poker corner if you're lucky. The rest? All slot machines. Why? Because slots don't need staff. They don't eat, they don't sleep, and they don't ask for overtime. They just keep printing profit. That's why the average cruise casino is built for casual players, not the pros. It's not about skill, it's about slow, steady spending. They want you in that comfy chair, drink in hand, losing track of time while the reels keep spinning. Here's another fun little loophole. In the US, you've got to be 21 to gamble. On a cruise ship, once you're in international waters, the magic number drops to 18. That's right. The second the ship crosses that 12-mile line, all those American laws get left behind. You'll see college kids at the slots, couples, retirees, all mixed in. Once the ship docks back in a US port, though, the casino's shut. That's how they get around the rules. Open water, open odds. So if you're sailing with family, don't be shocked if your kid turns 18 and suddenly gets real interested in taking a walk after dinner. Most first-timers don't realize this one. The casino only opens while the ship's at sea. When you're in port, closed. When you're near land, closed. Only when you're floating in no man's land do they flip the lights on. Why? Because it keeps them clear of local tax and gambling laws. And that's why you'll notice the moment the ship starts moving, the casino lights flicker on and the bells start singing. Sea days are your play days. So if you're planning to gamble, check that daily itinerary. Those are your windows to lose or win. You've probably heard the rumor, play enough and you'll get a free cruise. And yeah, technically that's true. Every cruise line's got some kind of casino loyalty system. You play, you earn points, and if you rack up enough, they'll give you perks. Maybe a discount, an upgrade, or even a free cabin next trip. But here's the kicker. To get that free cruise, you've usually got to lose a lot first. Those points don't come from luck, they come from your wallet. One ex-dealer told me flat out, the folks who get free cruises usually already paid for 3. If you're chasing those comps, pick an itinerary with more sea days, not port stops. More open ocean means more casino hours. But don't fool yourself. The cruise line's tracking every bet, and the free part ain't ever free. Now here's something that's actually kinda nice. If you're new to gambling, a cruise ship's not a bad place to start. The dealers are usually friendlier, the stakes are lower, and most ships run learn-to-play sessions during the day. They'll walk you through blackjack or roulette and even toss in a few promo chips for practice. No pressure, no judgment. You'll meet other first-timers, laugh a little, and get a taste for it. It's not a Shark Tank like Vegas. It's more like a sandbox. Just remember, once you move from lesson mode to real play, the house still keeps its edge. Here's another shocker for Vegas regulars. You're not getting free drinks at sea. In Vegas, you can sit at a slot machine and the waitresses will keep the cocktails coming. On a cruise, every drink hits your cabin account. Sure, they've got a bar in the casino and servers walking around, but you're paying for every sip unless you've got a drink package. Some lines might comp you one after you've dropped $100 or more, but don't count on it. Between the bets and the booze, it's real easy to lose track of who's winning, you or them. Let's say you've got a few $100s of onboard credit from your travel agent or loyalty program. You figure, hey, I'll use this in the casino. Nope. Most ships won't let you. That money's good for spa treatments, souvenirs, maybe a round of drinks. But not gambling. If you want to play, your card gets charged directly to your credit account. It's a neat trick that keeps gambling losses real, not just numbers on your onboard balance. Cruise lines love that system, because when it hurts a little, you spend a little more chasing it back. Now, for all the old school gamblers out there, sorry, but that smoky casino vibe? It's disappearing fast. Back in the day, the casino was one of the last indoor smoking zones at sea. These days, lines like MSC, Royal Caribbean, and Virgin Voyages are going smoke-free. Take MSC's Euribia. They banned smoking entirely inside the casino. They built a small outdoor terrace for smokers instead. For non-smokers, that's heaven. For old-timers, it feels like the end of an era. But hey, fresh air, cleaner rooms, and fewer burn marks on the carpet ain't the worst thing. All right, listen up for this one, 'cause it's the most common mistake people make. If you win, cash out before you dock. The casino closes early on the final night and they pay winnings in cash only. If you forget to collect before it shuts down, your money's gone. You can't email them later or claim it back. It's gone with the tide. So don't wait till morning. Before you pack that suitcase, stop by the cashier and get your cash. You'll thank yourself later. And here's one extra bit of advice, free of charge. Don't chase your losses. The ocean's full of folks who thought one more spin would fix everything. It never does. When you start gambling for revenge instead of fun, that's when the sea swallows you whole. So there you have it. 15 secrets the cruise lines don't want floating around. Now you know the tricks, the traps, and the little games they play while the waves do the rest. If you liked this deep dive, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next exposé. Drop a comment if you've ever been on a cruise and noticed something strange, or if you got burned by one of these tricks. Until then, play smart, cash out early, and remember, the house always sails smoother than you do.